Hi guys. Hi guys. Welcome to all of you. Please confirm that am I audible and visible to everyone? Oh, hi Shillong. How are you? And guys, please mark your attendance as well. All clear. All clear means what? Okay, all clear means this one as well as this one. Oh, yeah, this one. Okay. Guys, you want to ask me any question from the previous? Okay, why late today? Due to some unavoidable circumstances. I apologize for that. But there are some circumstances that couldn't be avoided by me for today's class. Okay. Guys, please mark your attendance. Tamelong, I guess Itanagar has already marked. Shillong is already marked. Tamelong, you left. Please mark your attendance. And yes, guys, if you have any question, you can please ask me. Very good, Tamelong, if everything is fine. Okay, does it mean that you don't want to ask me any question? Means all the topics and whatever concepts we have discussed up to the previous class has cleared to everyone. If yes, then guys, we are going to start the new chapter today, which is the metals and the non-metals. Quite important chapter. Okay. Okay, guys. So let's start with the. Okay, Tamalong, very good. Okay, guys. So let's start with the new chapter, which is metals and non-metals. Please make a subheading, not subheading, make a heading that metals and non-metals. And before starting of the chapter, let's have a quick test. Means how much do you know about the metals and the non-metals? Okay. So again, there will be the 5 questions as I think so. You can see in your screen, on your screen. Just write their answer on your notebook. Okay. After that, just confirm me that you have attempted all the questions. Then we will check out the solution. Okay. Please attempt these 5 questions and then revert to me that you have attempted. You can start now. Need not to write the answers on the screen, but yes, you need to write the answers in your notebook. Done, guys? Have you attempted all the questions? Shillong, Tamelong, Itanagar. Okay, Shillong is come up with the answers. Very good. Okay, very good. Itanagar and Tamelong as well. So guys, just check out the answers. Check. Very good, Shillong. Tamelong, Itanagar, Shillong. Would you like to ask any question out of these 5 questions? Okay, let me check the question number 4. 1 second. Most non-metals are poor conductor of heat and electricity. Yes, it's true. Why it should be the false? See, metals are the good conductor of heat and electricity, na? Not non-metals. So it's a true statement. Okay? Okay, very good. So let's start. Okay, guys. So, it's okay, dear. So the classification of the element, guys. Element can be classified broadly into the 2 categories, into the metals and the non-metals. Okay. So ultimately, you have to discuss few of the properties of the metals and the non-metals. And yes, we will discuss about the metalloids as well. Okay. Metalloid is something which has the properties of metals as well as non-metals. Okay. Depending on the situation. Okay. They can behaves as a metal as well as non-metal, or we can say they have the intermediate properties of the metals as well as non-metals, and they are termed as the metalloids. Okay. About the metalloids, we'll discuss later on. First of all, our focus is to discuss about the metals. Okay. So first of all, we need to know the few important properties regarding the metals. Okay. Then we'll check out a difference between metal and non-metal. Okay. So just let's start. This is the property of the metals, guys. Okay, not the elements. Okay, remember, on the screen you are saying it is the properties of the elements. No, it is the properties of metals. Okay, kindly correct the element. Okay, in spite of writing elements, write the metals. Okay. So first property is the malleability. Means if you hammer a solid material, it can get converted into the thin sheets, very thin sheets. This property is known as what? Malleability. Okay. Ductility. Ultimately, we can draw the very thin wires of a solid material. This is also one of the properties of the metal. Like gold is very ductile element. Yes, Itanagar, brittleness also. Okay, but these are some important properties. Okay. Next is sonority, the property of material to make the ringing sound when struck by a hard object. Okay. Ringing bells. Okay. Generally, you can check out the bells which are present in the temples, we can say. Okay. Then hardness, you know that the metals are generally hard. Okay. The hardness of a substance refers to its property that it enables it to resist deformation. Okay. Deformation means, guys, deformation stands for if we change the shape of something, means if we change the regular geometry of something, which is known as what? Deformation. Means conversion of form into the destructive form. Destructive form means out of form, okay, which is a deformation. Then brittleness. A brittle material will break or shatter when stressed rather than be deformed, okay. Then luster, you obviously know that the metals are generally lustrous in nature, having the shining surfaces, okay. So these are the few important properties, guys, okay. Malleability, ductility, sonority, hardness, brittleness, and the lusters. Okay. So please copy these properties of the metals, not the elements. I'm repeating. These are the properties of the metals, not the elements. Okay. Please copy and then confirm. Okay, Shillong has a question that how metals make ringing sound. See, when an object, a hard object, strikes a metal, okay, so ultimately we are supplying the energy, okay. So actually, whatever energy you have supplied to that metal is actually converted into what? Vibratory motions, okay. We can say the vibratory sound, and that reflect from there, that we can hear, because they are not having the very good we can say the capability of absorbing that energy, okay. Means that energy get converted into what? Vibratory energy that reflected back us to the in the form of the sound, okay. What kind of ringing sound? Or you can simply assume the ringing bells as well, means that we generally use in our homes, okay. Got it, Shillong? Guys, please copy and then confirm. Okay. Itanagar, have you done that? Okay, so let's move on, guys. Check out the difference between metals and the non-metals, okay. Guys, exceptions are not mentioned here. We will check out the exceptions as well, okay. Like first is uh, properties, then metals and the non-metals, okay. We need to copy this difference table. Metals are lustrous, whereas non-metals are non-lustrous, except the iodine and the graphite, okay. Then hardness, metals are generally very hard, except the sodium and potassium. Even you can cut them by the help of a knife as well, okay. They're so soft. Hardness, non-metals are generally not hard, but yes, diamond is one of the hardest substance known till now. Malleability, metals are highly malleable except the zinc, antimony and the arsenic, okay. Non-metals are generally non-malleable. Metals again are ductile except the zinc, arsenic and the antimony. Non-metals again non-ductile but except the carbon fiber. Okay, conductivity, obviously metals are good conductor of heat and electricity except bismuth and the tungsten, and then non-metals will be the bad conductor except the graphite and the gas carbon. Okay, please copy this difference table and then inform me once after copying that. Copy and then confirm, guys. See, whenever we need to classify an element as a metal and the non-metal, we need to check out some core properties, okay, that should be applicable to that, okay, as well as in which subshell the last electron is entered. On the basis of that, we classify them as S, P, D, and F block, okay. So it is not like that if one of the properties or two of the properties are just like similar to the metals, then we should keep them with the metals, okay. Rest of the properties are not satisfying over there, okay. That's why you cannot keep the carbon with the metals, okay. So it is just like an exception, and exceptions are always there, okay. So remember, we always have to deal with the core properties, okay, whether they are following or not, okay. Ultimately, we can say that typical properties that has to be true. If those typical properties are not true for the particular element, then you won't say it will be the metal or non-metal, okay. Get it? Guys, have you copied that? It can also form, that is exception again. Carbon most of the time forms the covalent compounds, not the ionic compound. Just leave the exceptions. Okay? Guys, have you copied that? Please confirm once. How to define a metal? Dear, just to define the metal, you need to know the metal has the certain properties like it is lustrous, hard, malleable, ductile, conducting in nature. Okay? So you can say metal is something which has the following properties. Got it? Okay. Or difference between metal and non-metal on the basis of the physical properties. Physical properties means in which they appears. Okay, we can feel them, we can see them, we can observe them. Okay. I guess physical properties was yeah. These are next 2 points, 6 and 7. State. Okay. So metals are generally the solid, except the mercury, which is liquid at the room temperature, and the gallium. Non-metals can have 3 states, solid as well as liquid as well as gas. Okay. Or density, they are generally having the high densities in case of the metals, and non-metals have the low densities. Okay. So please copy these points as well. Just copy and then confirm. Tamalong Itanagar, guys, have you done that? Okay. Okay. Metals showing the exceptional properties. Okay, exceptional physical properties. Like mercury is the liquid at room temperature. Sodium and potassium can be cut with a knife. Okay. Cesium and gallium have very low melting points. Okay. Lead and mercury are poor conductor of electricity in spite of having the metallic properties. Okay. Alkali metals like lithium, sodium, potassium have low density and low melting points. Okay. So please copy these points. You need to remember these points. Copy and then confirm. Alkali means which can form the base. Means base forming elements. Yes. Yes, Shillong, you're right. But remember, every alkali metals, okay, means we are talking about the group 1 element. Don't say every D block element, which is also the metals, okay. Every D block element do not form the base. But yes, every alkali metals can form the base. Guys, have you copied that? Itanagar, Tamil Long. Guys, have you copied that? Non-metals showing the exceptional physical properties, like diamond is the hardest non-metal. Iodine is lustrous, diamond. 1 minute, Itanagar, I'll answer your question. Let me finish this first, okay? Then, diamond is the high, it has the very high melting point. Graphite is a good conductor of heat and electricity, okay? So these are few exceptional properties that we need to remember, okay, for the examinations. Please copy these points. Please copy, and then I'll answer your question, Itanagar. Just confirm me after copying that. Let me answer first question, Itanagar. Have you copied that, Itanagar and Shillong? Okay, so let me answer this question, Itanagar. Dear, for a substance to be the metal, there must be the free electrons. Okay, if a substance can have the free electrons, which can move easily, and they have the conducting properties, then you will say it is a metal. Okay, state actually really doesn't matter over there. Okay, just because that is the something else. Okay, in which state they are actually appearing over there. Okay, so the main criteria, just to we can say, just to classify as the metals, they should have the free electrons. Okay, so that's why you have kept the mercury, okay, in the metals table. As well as there are some other properties as well that need to be followed for the metals. Then you are asking that the ruby and then sapphire, they all are non-metals too. No, they are not non-metals, they are actually the colloids. Okay, they are the colloids, and colloids are actually heterogeneous mixtures. Okay, like the gemstones about which you are talking, Itanagar, the gemstones are actually the heterogeneous mixtures. They are not the non-metals. Got it? Can you move on? Itanagar, have you got your answer? And one more thing, that mercury is actually not the typical metal as well. Let me make highlight for this one, that mercury is even not a typical metal as well. Okay. Can you move on, guys? Itanagar, have you got that? Itanagar, Shillong, Tamelong, guys? Then the metalloids means elements that have the intermediate properties between those of the metals and the non-metals are known as what? Metalloids. So you can check out the example like silicon and the germanium. Okay. Please copy this one. Copy and then confirm. Are you talking about the silicon and the germanium? Actually, you have obtained them after the metallurgical processes. Okay. Yes, they are free from the dust. Means they are free from the impurities actually. They are free from the impurities. Means it is only the silicon, it is only the germanium. Guys, a question for you. Tell me the answer. Germanium is an element here. It is a metalloid. Germanium is a p block element. From carbon family. Which of the following is not a metal? Okay. Itanagar has given the answer, then Shillong has also given the answer. What about you, Tamelong? What about you? What do you think? Okay, let's check out. Yes, absolutely right. Very good. Okay, guys, there is a conceptual thing. Did you know hard versus brittle? How hard and brittle are different? First of all, I want to know about your views. What do you think? How hard is different from the brittle? Tell me important points in this one. Important point as in, uh, now you can answer it even in one sentence. Okay? Just how you observe or what do you understand by the hard or the brittleness? Okay? Write your answer. Write your answer. Okay. High density of what? Hard. Not getting your answer, Shillong. Please elaborate it. Elaborate it. Okay. Okay. Getting. What do you think, Itanagar and Tamelong? Would you like to say something? Okay. So how they are different? You're saying brittle is hard but easily broken. So you are saying something that the hard doesn't have any other property. Brittle is likely to break. Okay. Let's check out. Technically, let's check out what do they say. Hardness of a substance refers to its property that enables, to its property that enables it to resist deformation, using usually by the penetration. Okay. In simpler words, you can say that an object is hard if it cannot be cut with a knife. Okay. So this is the highlight of this word hardness. Okay, that an object, if an object is hard, it cannot be cut with a knife. Then engineers and scientists use one or more terms to study the substance brittle. A material is brittle if, when subjected to stress, it breaks without significant deformation into its structure. Or simply, a brittle object will break if thrown from a height. Okay, so this is the major difference between these two. Okay, these two terms might seem like they mean the same thing, but they do not. A substance which is hard can break easily when applied pressure, like diamond. If the hardest substance known on the earth today, but breaks easily if thrown from some height. Glass can be another example. Okay, yes, glass is hard. Okay, so guys, you can just point out those highlighted lines, like if you say an object is hard, it cannot be cut with a knife. If you say an object is brittle, means it will break if thrown from a height. Okay, please copy this one. I hope so it is clear to everyone. If not, you can please just ask me. I'll take another example other than this one. And can anyone please tell me that if I would like to ask you that classify the glass as a solid, liquid or gas, in which category you will place the glass? In the solid category, in the liquid category, or in the gaseous category? Just first of all copy this one and then Tell me the answer for my question. Okay. Shillong Tamelong, I have asked you the question. My question was, in which category you will place the glass? In the solid category? Means in the category of the solids, or in the categories of the liquids, or in the categories of the gases? Means what type of substance is a glass is? Okay. Tamelong has given the answer. Yes, you can cut them with a knife. Okay. So I'll tell you that glass is not the solid, guys. It is actually the liquid. It is also known as the pseudo-solid or super cold liquid. Okay. Let me prove my point. Okay. If you check out the ancient buildings, okay, if you check out the glasses fitted in the ancient buildings, you will observe that the glass at the bottom is quite thick, whereas the glass at the top is little bit thin. Okay. Why is this happen? First of all, it wouldn't be observed in the 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. I'm telling you that it can be observed in, let's say, suppose 100 years, 200 years, 500 years, 1000 years, something like that. Okay. So what happened with the passes of time, that the glass at the bottom becomes the thick, whereas at the top it becomes the thin. Okay. Just because the glass which you were supposed to, you were saying it was solid, was not the solid. It was actually the liquid. It was flowing slowly. It was flowing slowly towards the bottom. Okay. And after a certain time, means many years, after the many years, it becomes the thick at the bottom. Okay. So glass actually looks like a solid, but it is not a solid. It is also known as a pseudo-solid. Okay. If you talk about a metal, or we can say the metal rod, or anything which is had been made of the metal, it won't become the thick at the bottom. Okay. It will be in the same shape as it is initially. Okay. So kindly you can copy that point as well, that glass is the liquid, not the solid. Okay. It is also known as a pseudo-solid. Pseudo-solid means fake solid, that looks like a solid, but it won't behaves as a solid. Okay. I hope so it is clear to everyone. If not, you can please ask me. Okay, so guys, there are some uses of the metals and the non-metals. Okay, you can check out. These are very common uses, that metals, copper and aluminium, are used to make wires. Okay. Hydrogen is used in the hydrogenation of oil. Okay. Let me finish it first, Tamalong, then I'll answer your question. Okay. Just look at the screen first. Then I'll answer your question. Then iron, cobalt and aluminium are used to make the household items. Okay. You can observe very easily that you have the containers. Okay. In the electricity, or many other uses. Okay. Liquid hydrogen is used as a rocket fuel. Silver and gold are used for jewelries. Yes. Carbon, a coal, is used as a fuel. Zinc for the galvanization. Galvanization means protection of something in the process of the electrolysis. Okay. Electrolysis you will study in the class 11 in detail. Okay. Nitrogen is used for the food preservation and the bulbs. Means generally the packets of the chips, or you can say the other packets, the air which is filled inside those packets, okay, is actually the nitrogen. Okay. Then mercury in the thermometer, because it has a very high melting point. Then oxygen cylinders are used in the hospitals. Okay. Aluminium is used to make the foils, means to preserve the food. Chlorine is used in the treatment of the water. You can make the water fit for the drinking, because chlorine kills the germs. Lead in the car batteries. Okay. Then sulfur in a gunpowder, matches, and the fireworks. Okay. So these are few important difference between the metals and the non-metals, means uses of the metals and the non-metals. Please copy this one. Then I'll answer your question time along. What if the heat from the earth melt it? I'm not getting a question, dear. Are you asking about the melting of what? Glass? Means, please write the question clearly. And guys, please copy this one, and after copying that, just confirm me once. Yes, you can melt the glass, definitely. Means, if you're trying to relate that the heat is melting the glass of the initial buildings, that's why it flows down and make the bottom part thicker. If you're thinking that, then it is not actually true. Okay. Yes, temperature is one of the factor. Temperature is one of the factor. Okay. But not actual one. If you haven't got your answer time along, then you can please ask your question again. I'm just saying that on the basis of that information you have given to me in your question, that is temperature is one of the factor for that flowing process. Okay. What are antimatters? Antimatters are something which has the opposite properties of the matter. Means what normal matter consists of. It consists of electrons, protons, and the neutrons and the atoms. Okay. So antimatters are which do not contain such things. What if metal has a low melting point? If metal has a low melting point, then it is easy to melt. Means at the lower temperature, you will melt it. You will be able to melt it. Okay. Copy and then confirm, guys. Okay. Tamelong and Itanagar, guys, have you got your answer? Oh, Itanagar, for this one, I guess the best answer can be given by the physics teacher. And second thing, if you would like to answer of this question, then I guess so you need to wait for some time, means for the higher classes. Ultimately, if I tell you the domains, that there is a magnetic domains because of the electrons, they aligned in the same direction, and that's why it can attract it. Okay, so I don't know whether you will get it or not. Okay, so in the much more simpler language, I think so your physics teacher can tell you. Hope you don't mind. Okay, so please ask this question to your physics teacher. If not, you want to ask, you want to know this answer for this question, just remind me once on the group. I'll check it and then let you know the simplest answer one. Okay, because I know the answer, but that is technically related to the very core concept. Okay, and to understand that, we need a different class. Okay, okay. So guys, let's move on. Guys, this is just an activity. Okay, let's check out what activity it is. We have seen a general physical properties of metal and non-metal. However, sometimes one particular metal or non-metal might exhibit one property to a greater extent compared to others. Okay, for example, all metal conduct electricity, but silver is the best. Yes, silver is the best conductor of the electricity. You can mention it, guys. You can copy this one. The silver is the best one. Due to these properties, different metals and non-metals find numerous different applications. So in the given table, we have listed some substance and their uses. According to you, which property or properties of these substances make them suitable for it? Okay. One example is given to you guys. So we have to just discuss it. Okay. We'll discuss about it later on, guys. Just let's start with this question. Please do this question. After that, we'll do that activity in the next class. Means if get completed with the questions, all the questions, then we can start with that activity. Okay, because that activity will take the time. Please tell me the correct answer. Itanagar has given the answer. Okay, what do you think? Shillong and the Tamelong? Wow. Very good, Shillong. Okay, let's check out the answer. It's C. What is this Shillong? Okay. The question was which one can have the highest temperature? And I guess the rod R. Sorry, lowest temperature was the question, no? So just carbon is a non-metal. Guys, carbon is a non-metal. That's why it should have the lowest temperature. Because non-metals are poor conductor of the electricity. Okay? You can just take out the example of the lead as well. Means pencil lead. Okay? Diamond. Anything, whatever you want to be. Then question number 2. Check out the question number 2, then tell me the answer. I thought it was high temperature, but when I checked the question again, there was low temperature mentioned. Non-metals have the low temperature. Means because they are poor conductor of the electricity. Heat as well as electricity. Okay, Itanagar has given the answer. Okay, what is this Shillong? Borsi means what? Oh, okay, ding. Wow. Let's check out. But answer is B. What are you doing? Is this Sonu at the Shillong Center? Sonu, what are you doing now? Even this one is wrong. And read the following statements carefully. I guess you haven't read the statements carefully. Okay? Answer would be the B. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Oh, there is no question actually. What's your question actually? Okay, B or C you are saying. Wow. You have to choose either B or C, na? Okay, now getting. Now getting. Wow. Without spaces, you have created a new word over there. Very good. Okay. Very good. You are a very speedy person. Okay, this is the activity. That metals and non-metals have certain uses on the basis of their properties as well. Okay. So let's say that aluminium is there. Aluminium can be used in the aluminium foils for the food. Properties malleable. Yeah, you can check out, or you have definitely seen it. Okay. It is strong. Yes. If you make the ball of that by compressing that foil, it is little bit hard. Okay. Can we easily cut? Yes, you can cut even tore with the help of hands as well. Non-toxic, yes. If it was toxic, then you will never use it to preserve the food. Okay. So like this, you need to mention the properties. So I want you to answer the gold, copper, and aluminium. Okay. Do write your answer on the screen. That which properties make gold fit for the jewelry purposes, copper for the electrical wires, and aluminium for the overhead electric cables. Write your answer. Dear, you have to answer for the gold, copper, and the aluminium. Okay, Itanagar has given the answer. Itanagar has given the answer. Shillong is also given the answer. Gold does not rust. Yes, one of the good choices. Very good. But you're supposed to answer that the general properties that metals can have. Means out of those properties. This can also be written. No doubt, Tamerlong. But you have to mention that one as well. Wow. Itanagar has come up with a very good answer. By the way, who is present at the Itanagar Center? May I know your name, please? Barman. Very good. Let's check out. See how much relatable with this one. You want to ask me anything about it? Got it? Tamil, sorry. Very good. Means you're supposed to answer like this. Got it? Okay, Shillong, Itanagar, Tamelong. Guys, would you like to ask me anything? Okay. So guys, that's all about it for today's session. Okay. Please read it again. Okay. Do it carefully. In the next class, we will do this activity again. Again, as in for the rest of the elements. Okay. So guys, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Good night. Okay. Stay healthy. Take care of yourself.